So we talked about preventing knee injuries a little bit earlier, and we had a look at some of your core strengths. So we looked at activating your VMO and things like that. One of the things that's really handy to understand is how to use simple taping to really sort of support and ease little niggles in the knee. And one of the things that I like to show my patients is your little McConnell taping, and basically that's because oftentimes the knee, you can have a little rotation through the femur, so you might have a little femoral internal rotation, you might have a foot that drops in, you might have a number of little structural issues. And what they do is that they make the kneecap sort of track towards the outside. And fair enough, you want to strengthen that, but you should have ways that you can calm it down as well. So particularly if you're getting pain with running up hills, down hills, if you're having issues with stairs, or even if you're sort of doing your training, you're sitting for long periods and you sort of feel a dull little ache, sometimes you can have a look at doing a little McConnell taping just to support. So what we'll do is we'll just have a look at taping Angie's knee. And basically, structure-wise, remember, guys, we were talking about your VMO being one of the most important, this teardrop muscle being very important on this inside, because what it has to do is make sure that the kneecap tracks straight up and down. What happens is these lateral structures, so your iliotibial band, your vastus lateralis, all of those lateral structures get very tight and very strong, so you end up tracking that way. So McConnell taping wise, I'll just give the camera to Ange. What you can actually do is you can start to actually support this knee on the inside. So what I'm going to do first is get some Fixamol. So this is just a little hypoallergenic tape. So I'll just have the leg just completely relaxed and just straight. So just floppy. See that kneecap's floppy there? I'm going to put it on the outside and then tape it in onto the inside. So that's high through that patella. And now we're just going to put another layer underneath. Angie's got a pretty small knee, so I'm just using 2 layers. If it's a larger knee, you might have done like 1, 2, 3 down through here. So that doesn't actually do anything other than protect the skin. And then we're going to start on the outside. And with this, it's important that it's quite gentle. So we're just, it's a mild pressure, it's not heavy at all. And then the tape's taut, but I'm not pulling that as such. I'm just keeping it taut and laying it on. Okay, so that's my high one. And then we're going to overlay by about half. Same thing, that's just gentle pressure with my thumb. And I just lay it on again. So that's 1, 2. I'll do my third. And then I'm just very aware of the actual alignment of this knee, this patella, and I don't want this last one to be one where I'm actually rotating it like that. So what I'll do is I'll just overlay again, and I'll just pretty much put 2 strips into the middle. So just gentle again. It's not a heavy taping. And then this is pretty much going through the center of the kneecap. Same thing, just gentle. Okay. Awesome. So what that's going to do is make sure that this sort of lateral tendency of the knee, particularly with like a femoral torsion or a foot that drops in, that it keeps it straight. What you'll find, particularly if you're in a race or whatever, that sometimes this type of taping can be a bit unstable in that it can come off. So if you've got a big game coming up, I'll often use the EAB, elastic adhesive bandage, and we'll just wrap it over the top. So I'll do that just to show you. I would normally probably do this in standing, but I'll just show you in sitting. When you're doing this yourselves, guys, just make sure that you're not doing it too tight. So I'm just rolling it out, using my pressure to roll it out, and then just laying it on. Through there, and you can just use some tape just to lock that in so that it stays. Okay. Cool. So, really handy little taping. Sometimes if you're ever getting any patellofemoral pain, like kneecap type of pain, very handy to be able to support it. It's not something that you would do every single time you do activity, because you do want your strength of your muscles to be able to control and be able to manage the knee so that it does head straight up and down. You don't want that weakness to start to kick in. But if you're a bit sensitive through your knee, you've got a big training week, you've got an event coming up, it can be one of those ways that you just use to stay on the field and keep active during that type of time. So try that. Just be aware that it should help you. If you feel like you still had pain, then it's very important that you just stop it. If it helps, if it eases your tension, then yeah, it goes into your repertoire as a bit of a toolkit, and it's something that you can use for your training sessions. So be aware of that. Remember, if pain persists, go and see your health practitioner. And also with your tape, obviously always remember that if you have any skin condition, sensitivity, then don't use tape, okay? So get into that and stay on the field, guys.